Welcome to Anti-Chats and Tarot. Welcome in. Thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. Welcome in, newbies. Remember, not everything's going to resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. This is for our Pisces, and right out the gate we have the Knight of Swords. So something's moving quickly towards you. I think you've never looked better. There's something about just letting your hair go natural here. Five of Wands. This is creating a stir. You looking great is creating a stir. Yeah, I just feel like you have decided to man your own ship. No more following somebody else's lead. Yeah, beautiful. You've never looked better. King of Cups, nurturing yourself, being there for yourself. Yeah, I think maybe you've been there for others. Now it's like, I'm giving my cup of love to me. And it's just like a beautiful mental clarity that you're, seeing clearly that I need to give as much nurturing and support to me as I give to anybody. Eight of Pentacles. Yes, this is affecting your work too. I feel like promotions are in sight, or you have something in mind that you're going to pitch that's going to be maybe a brand new department or certainly a new idea. Two of Cups. This is also bringing around an interested party in the area of love. Well, I should say in the area of something very deep, emotionally fulfilling, soulmate energy. Okay, it's all kind of coming together here for you, Pisces. I'm seeing something about San Diego or the sand. Something about the sand. Boston even, maybe. Okay. What else do we have for Pisces? Yeah, it's something about your justice here after a period of worrying. Justice and the Nine of Swords. Something that kept you up late at night. Let's get to that. What is it? But I feel like smooth sailing. Things are happening for you. And it's time. What's the Nine of Swords here? Oh, yeah, something toxic with the devil here. What's the Nine of Swords that's toxic here that worried you? Something that was very toxic that worried you. Page of Cups. Oops. Page of Cups energy talks about somebody who's maybe immature, in trouble. Somebody in trouble that worries you, going down the wrong path. Yeah, okay. Seven of Swords, the Emperor, the Strength, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's something that was toxic. I feel like it was a younger person, and you have cut this out. You've had the strength to cut it out. Knowing what you want, not settling for less. Emperor energy here, that could be your soulmate coming in. And definitely not taking people's lies, or a person in particular who was frequently lying to you. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah, it's fated that this wheel turns, that you're out of this worry mode, that you're away from this toxicity, and it's your justice. Who's the Emperor energy here? Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who's steadfast. You can count on them, but they're very slow. Seven of Cups. They are kind of confused about something here and why they're not taking a leap with the Fool in the reverse and the Temperance in the reverse. They're not feeling the good balance here with you, or they haven't. I feel like now they, you kind of take over a new leaf in this energy. So if they didn't find the balance with you before, I feel like they're now seeing it. If they were confused about what you two meant to each other, they're now seeing it, or you are. Five of Swords, Queen of Cups, Page of Wands. These are all in the reverse. Were you in a situation where you like somebody very much, but, work had you kind of at odds or competing teams or something like that? I think also you're worrying about somebody younger who was toxic, tended to bleed into other areas of your life, and you appeared to be really emotional, an emotional person that was carrying a lot of baggage, needed a lot of help, and people were kind of like, give this person their space right now, something like that. Yeah, and you were unmotivated with this younger person that was problematic. But I feel like you cut this out. You turned the wheel. You had the strength to do that. And now things are going your way. Like I said, you've never looked better. You're the talk of the town. You're nurturing yourself, putting yourself first. It's coming out in your work. I feel like you're also, like I said, pitching something that's brand new in the workforce that you would have head up. This is gaining the eye of somebody that's soulmate energy. And that could be your emperor who thought maybe you needed some space at one time, but now they're seeing you totally differently. And though they've always had an interest in you, felt like you might juggle them, or there was just a lot going on in your orbit. And so I think they kind of left you to that. But now I feel like now that you've walked away, 8 of Cups, they're seeing you as someone who's probably a little bit more free and maybe open to them approaching. 6 of Cups out here. This is a gift from the divine. Clarity. It has something to do with clarity. Not being the admirer, but sitting back and being comfortable with being admired. There's nothing wrong with being the admirer, but I feel like you did a lot of that and didn't give yourself enough credit. Ace of Wands out here. I feel like you're just looking fabulous. Things are going your way. Yeah. Like the streets are paved in gold now, and you're very inspired by something in particular. 3 of Cups is out here. This is a reason for celebration. The new tune into thyself. Give to thyself. What else do we have here, Spirit? Just a complete transformation. And I feel like Spirit's saying, good on you. Good on you. Taking care of self. Absolutely. There was a period of really reevaluating what is your how do you want to see your life unfolding? Because I feel like you were not seeing that. Yeah, and you weren't bashful. You weren't shy. You weren't afraid to do what needed to be done, making big moves in order to focus on yourself and your abundance. Yeah, and I feel like you're in the mainstream of that wishes coming true, wishes being granted. Victory after lack. The lack has something to do with a younger person who really worried you. What else do we have here? Message in a bottle. Messages to you, phone messages, texts. About, this is going to be when you make a pitch for something new in your workplace. Messages back to you. I think it looks real good. Peace, exchange of gifts. I think you found a definite peace within, and also a peace with not giving yourself away too much, overgiving. Enjoying more of your independence. And being very successful independently. One more card. In between worlds. This is what worried you with this younger person. You were kind of in between worlds, where you wanted to be and where you were, what you were dealing with and where you wanted to change up your life. Let's ask a little bit more about that young person, just so we can get a little bit more clarity there. Five of Cups in the reverse. This is something that you're not going to, you're going to make sure you don't regret this. You did what you could. You gave what you could. You worried enough. And now you're picking up the pieces and you're moving forward. You will not allow yourself to have any regrets here. This is looking at this from whose responsibility was whose. And you did your part. And then some. So you won't be manipulated into feeling otherwise, and you're not going to allow yourself to feel regret. And I feel like that's a healthy choice as a whole. The Chariot moves you fast. Fast motion, yeah. Back to the energy of the beginning of this read where you are looking wonderful. The World and the Devil in the reverse. This is liberating yourself from this toxicity. And this is also knowing that there are no shortcuts. This young person wants shortcuts to solutions. And you know it's just pure hard work and belief in self and making big changes and having the guts, having the courage to make those changes. And you've done that. And that's where you're seeing the results. I keep saying one more card and then I keep wanting to dig more. Yen, yeah. Now you sit back because the hard work that you've done is evident. Now you sit back and you let things come to you, including this soulmate energy, which is, yeah, kind of, it's kind of, I want to say lofty, but it's more like frilly, floaty. Your energy is, you're just kind of, this is a lovely new addition to your life, is to fall in love or have, a real deep, important connection with somebody that's very soulful. That comes towards you. This is my charm for mending and healing. You've done a lot of healing throughout this. Congratulations, your ships come in now because you've healed a lot. You've healed a lot. You've done a lot of hard work. You've done a lot of major moves here that took a lot of guts as part of your healing. And your life is changing up or showing those effects. Beautiful. That's your message, Pisces. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel to grow. Please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee if you feel inclined. And until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.